Hey, today we are talking about how to set boundaries after divorce without the guilt. So, we're going to go over the number one mistake that you're making, and I'm going to tell you about Cami, who was able to step into her power and stop second guessing herself and stop feeling stuck and allowing her ex to like control her and stop all the people pleasing after her divorce. So it takes some mindset shifts, a lot of inner work with actionable strategies, and you can stop all the guilt and you can start really moving forward and start living your life and really feeling confident and at peace within yourself. So when Cami came to me, she was, had been divorced, and it was a pretty toxic relationship, and there was some betrayal, trauma, affairs, that kind of thing. So she was happily divorced, but she was still doing things for her ex-husband. And the reason why was because she felt guilty. She felt guilty that her son would suffer. Well, if I don't do these things, he's not going to do them, and therefore my son is going to suffer. And a couple of things played into this, right? Her own family of origin used guilt as a manipulation tactic. There was a lot of unhealthy dysfunction in her family. And so that carried on, of course, right? Because she married a toxic husband. So that's what we do. We just bring those unhealthy relationship patterns right into our marriages, right? And so what I helped her realize is I think we talk about this a lot. We talk about how healthy boundaries they're healthy for you, right? I say that they're our love language. Boundaries are your love language. It's your way of giving yourself love by keeping those promises to yourself. It's telling yourself over and over and over that you matter. I matter. My needs matter. My wants matter. So that's we know that boundaries are healthy for us, but what I think what we don't talk about enough is that healthy boundaries are good for other people. The boundaries are healthy for other people, even if that person is not a healthy person themselves, even if that person's a toxic person. Because when you stop enabling that person, when you stop doing things for that person, they have to take accountability for their actions. They have to step into the consequences of their behavior, and therefore they're allowed to grow. When we continuously do things for other people and not allow them to suffer the consequences of their behavior, then you know what? We take away their repercussions and they're not allowed to grow. They're not allowed to have that accountability piece. And that's how we grow. That's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from doing. And if we don't do that, we're not allowing that person to you know take their own accountability to take their own accountability and suffer the responsibilities of stepping into what they need to do. And I think also on a subconscious level, Cami was kind of repeating those patterns of the guilt and repeating the patterns of continuing to do things because I think unconsciously, if we're people pleasers, it gives us that sense of worth. If it validates us when we're doing things for other people. And so her ego was kind of stroked by continuing to do things for her ex-husband. She got to play the martyr. I'm continuing to do this, and I'm continuing to be the one that's responsible, and I'm continuing. It's said it's those are energetic subconscious levels that maybe we're not as conscious of, and so helping her to do the inner work and unveiling that in her own shadow work and her own inner child healing that she doesn't need other people validating her to have self-worth, to know that she's unconditionally loved and unconditionally accepted. She stopped doing that for her own for not only with her ex but in her business as well. So that was really amazing and powerful. But lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, her ex-husband became really resourceful all of a sudden, well, damn, he can do this, he can figure this out. And he did. And I think that's really a valuable lesson. Because sometimes we have a story in our head about how things will go or how things have been, and we need to let go of that story. And we need to also really look at how being a people pleaser benefits us on an unconscious level, and how like reframing that and redoing the work and finding our value and our worth and ourselves versus external things can really, really, really be impactful. And that's what I teach. I teach a 5 step actionable process to finding and reclaiming your self worth and knowing how to step into your value, knowing how to be secure and confident in who you are without all the people pleasing, without all the guilt, letting go of all that childhood baggage that we bring into our relationships. So, I have a free resource where we're going over the 3 keys to finding your self worth, to stop feeling lonely so you're settling in relationships, to create healthy boundaries so that you feel good again and feel secure and confident. So if you want that resource, just hashtag, what did I put on here? No more guilt. That's right, no more guilt. If you want to let go of all the guilt, just reply, no more guilt. I'm going to get you that resource. And, you can feel great again. Divorce doesn't have to keep you stuck, or, you don't have to feel guilty anymore. There's better ways to finding peace. All right. Looking forward to hearing from you.